Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I would like to present an AI project workflow app. The app I'm going to present today is related to the artwork, but the logic behind the app could be applied to any building, from the beginning until the end, from sketches and schematic design until completion. The app is built based on my 35 years of experience as an architect, project manager, and a general contractor in California Class B, and my recent training in AI architecture integration. So this app is about how AI-assisted workflow can support architecture, construction, project management, and building project delivery. So this app doesn't look at the drawing and provide an AI response. So how does this app work? I'm using my 35 years of experience creating a RAG folder, RAG, Retriever Augmented Generation folder. This folder has multiple subfolders and contains over 210 files, and this is only the beginning. Each one of this file identify scope or issue or requirement for a specific item or element on the drawing itself. As an example, the first thing when we create a drawing, we create a title block or a title sheet. So one of this file is related to the title block or the title sheet. So the file itself explains what is the title block and what is the title sheet and the sizes and the requirement and what should be there, the project name, the project number, the revisions, and all of this information. Another file will identify an issue related to suspended artwork or suspended element from the ceiling. When you suspend an artwork from the ceiling, there are so many issues you have to consider it. Number one, you have to consider the dimensioning or the height from the top of the finished floor until the underside of the finish of the artwork or the suspended element. Number two, you have to look at the seismic consideration. Number three, you have to look at fire alarm or fire sprinkler consideration. Number four, you have to look at the structure support. Another issue also, you have to look at the support from the ceiling and the above ceiling coordination, and if there is enough space above the ceiling for this support. So another issue regarding the access panel on the ceiling. So you have to look at so many information and variance regarding only one issue. So this file will explain all of this information and all of these issues regarding suspended artwork from the ceiling. Another thing regarding lighting, another thing regarding mechanical, another thing regarding plumbing, another thing regarding like an artwork supported on the wall, and like so many files. Each file will identify one single element or one single issue or one single workflow. So when the drawing get uploaded in my app, this is the steps that the drawing will go through. Number one, the app will take this drawing and identify all these elements, thousands of elements. And then the app will go through my rack folder and will pull all of these files from my rack folder and start to review the drawing based on all my drawings or all my files or all my sheets or whatever I'm adding into that rack folder. And then we'll take all of this information from my rack folder, which is based on my previous experience. Then we'll identify the response or provide the response. This response will be a preliminary response. Then the app will go into the internet and will pull related information from the internet, combine the internet information with my rack folder information. And by the way, the information coming from the internet, this is actually related to what I'm telling the app to look for when the app will go into the internet and search for a specific information. Just in case, like I'm telling the app that once you receive the drawing, look at the city and then go into the city, this particular city website, and look at the municipal code related to this particular city and identify the issues according to what I provided the app in my rack folder. So then the app will take all of this information, thousands and thousands of information and workflow and issues, and then finalize them in a list. And then the app will go through reflection by itself. What does it mean, reflection? It means that the app will actually do the review for its own review. And then after that, will issue the final review to the users, and will give the user an option if they want to have a human input or a human review. Then it will come to me so I can have like a final review on what the app actually created. Another important thing I just want to say, one of the files is related to the project stages, because as we are aware that the project will go through so many stages: schematic design, design development, construction document, plan check submittals, and it'll go through the permitting. And then, so the app will actually identify what does it mean for the drawing to be at design development submittal or design development stage. So in my rack folder, I put all of this information. This is the design development and what I expect the drawing to be in order for this drawing set at the stage of the design submill or the design stage phase. So I'm telling the app, look for all of this information. So once the app look at the drawing and look at my criteria on my file, then the app will say, oh, this drawing is at the stage of schematic design, about 30% completion. So let's just look at the app so we can actually have a very clear understanding exactly what I'm talking about. Once you go into the landing page screen for the app, you're going to find that the app is organized around a simple workflow and 4 main steps. This is the 4 main work steps. The first one is to create the project. Second one is to upload the drawing. Third step is to review the fees. And fourth one is to allow the app to process the review. At the bottom of the screen here, you're going to see 3 different buttons. The first one explains how the app works. You can read it and the process, and that's what we explained earlier. Second one is related to the review fees and how the fees being calculated. Third one is related to professional limitation. So now you go into the account creation area and you fill in the information. When it comes to the role, you have to pick your role, either a project manager or art department or owner or fabricator or any roles that you're actually are taking for this project. And then there are two buttons here. The first one, if you want the company to send you more information. The second one, which you have to click to confirm that you are not uploading any confidential information. And then you create the account. And once you create the account, the website will send you an email for verifications. And then you enter the verification code, the one you receive. And in this one, I just put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once you create your account, then you go into your account page and you start to upload the drawing. So let's see that. So by now, you created your account. So now let's create projects. So we're going to upload 3 projects. And then I'm going to talk to you about this 3 project after. So you click create project and then you go here and I'm going to select the first one. It's a schematic design set. And then you save it. And then you go here in the bottom and then you authorize the payment, assuming that you paid the fees. And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to create another project. The second project, it's a design development, open, save, and then authorize the payment. Go back into project registry, create the project. And the third one, we're going to do the CD set, and then save, and then authorize the payment. So what we did here, I created 3 different projects, 1 schematic design, 1 design development, and 1 construction document. I uploaded the 3 sets into the app and let's the app working. And when the app is working, now let's review the drawing so I can explain to you what's in each of this set. So before I go back to the app, I just want to clarify one important point about the 3 drawing sets that I uploaded. All 3 sets are fictional AI-generated drawing set created for this demo. They are not real project, and the address and the project information are not actual project record. However, they were created intentionally to simulate real artwork or project condition at a different level of design development. So let's go through each set. The first set is a schematic design set. Artwork name, atrium bloom light wall. You can tell here this is the artwork. And the location of this artwork inside shopping center. This is, as you see here, this is a schematic design. 3 sheets on this set. So the first sheet, as you see, it has project information, key plan, it has the floor plan, it has like a perspective for the artwork. The second sheet has a schematic plan, elevation, public clearance, keynotes, and a section here. The third sheet, this sheet has a schematic section, material notes, and early risk metrics. You can tell here if you zoom into this details here. So I put real information and real details. So by this way, the artwork app will do a very good review to this set. Now the second set is the design development set. The art name, Sky Ring Stage, Bacon, and the location, it is an exterior artwork in public area. amphitheater plaza. This set contains 5 sheets. This is the first sheet, as you see here, the cover sheet. It has project data, site plan information, and design development review, enlarged artwork, and all kind of information related to design development. Second sheet, enlarged site plan, public circulation, and accessibility study notes. Third sheet, artwork plan, stage plan, elevations, and human scale. You can tell here this is the front elevation, side elevation, and artwork-based plan. Fourth sheet, this has a section and foundation information, anchorage, and seismic information. The fifth sheet has lighting information, material, public safety, and value engineer notes, and public safety notes, finish notes, and all of this information. So now what the artwork app will do, it will take this set, will review it as I explained at the beginning of the video, and then will provide us with the risk, material review, schedule impact, and budget impact. And let's see how is the app actually is going to do that and how flexible the app actually is. So now we are back to the app. So we uploaded the 3 projects. So the app organized the 3 projects under your account. So each project, the app created a project ID, and the app pulled information from the drawing related to project and the artwork, project name and artwork, and then the address of the artwork. The address is very important, especially when it comes to the city, because the artwork will review based on the city, because as we all aware that each city has their own codes. And I know if we're talking about California, we have California building codes, but each city, sometimes they have their own individual municipal codes. Then the app identifies the stage of the drawing set, which stage the drawing at is schematic design, 30% approximately, design development, 50-60%, construction document, like 85-90%. And then the app identify if there are any actions required or no. And then once you click here, you will see the report, but let's see that later. And then this is very important when it comes to the budget. The app calculated how much the forecast budget for this artwork based on the information provided. And the app pulled the information regarding the approved budget from the drawing set. And the app already identified the variance on the budget. We will talk about the budget later on details. And then the app identified that there are 5 major open items. That's for the first set, 6 here and 6 here. And then the payment, this is something just authorized, because in order for you to move forward with the review, the payment has to be authorized. Here on the top, you're going to see the project register. That's where we add and how the app works. When you click into it, then you're going to get the information and again, the fees and professional limitation. And then the setting, under the setting, this is very important. So you have here 2 areas. The first one, if you want to revise your information, you already created some information, but you want to change it. You did a mistake when you enter the information originally, or the app, when the app is pulling the information from the drawing, the app pulled some information, it wasn't written correctly or something like that. And then the second one is to reset your password. So let's go back into project or revise account information. So this here, you can go here and you can just do any changes you want. And then you save the changes, and it will put you back here. So once you click into any projects, so now we are into the first project, which is the schematic design. The first thing here, I want you to see here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different keys to click and to review. The first one is the overview. And this one, the app is telling you the approved budget so much, but the forecast so much, and there are 5 identified items that you need to review them, and the app identify the item, the major item here. Then the second one is the technical trigger. And the technical trigger is very important because now when it comes to the overview, the app is just to give you an overview items, only like 1, 2, 3, 5. And but when it comes to the technical trigger, the app actually will go through every single technical trigger and will explain to you what the app did and the recommended action and the responsibility review party who's supposed to be taking care of this specific technical trigger metric. So here you have a structure, you have electrical, you have fire, and it will just give you all the information. And also, I just want to explain to you that here we are looking at schematic design. So as you go, as the app review like construction documents, so the technical trigger will be a lot more than that. So now you go into the budget. So the budget, the approved budget, and that's what the drawing was showing, that the approved budget, it's $185,000. But the app calculated the budget forecast at $209,000. So here we have a variance of $24,000. So the app will not going to leave it that way. The first solution is to increase the budget to 209, and that will the approved budget will meet the forecast budget, and you are good. This is the easiest one, to just increase your budget. The second one is provide additional information for the app to do deeper review. As we agreed that this is a schematic design, it has a lot of missing information. So the app will explain to you, just please give me this information, give me more information about the material, give me more information about the height, give me more information about the weight, give me more information about the schedule, give me more, give me, in order for me to calculate and give you a better budget forecast. So this is the second option. First one is to increase the approved budget. Second one is to provide more information. Third one is to go with value engineering. And then when it comes to the value engineering, the app will recommend what type of value engineering actually you can do. So the app will not going to even just tell you like you need to value engineer the project. No, the app will tell you that what you need to do to value engineer the project. So let's go back to the project setup and increase the budget. So under the project setup, so now here, let's go the approved budget. Let's make it 210, 1, 2, 3. So it's 1,000 above the forecast. And let's just save, and let's go back to the budget. And look here, automatically, the app calculated your approved budget is 210 and the forecast is 209. And now you have the variance is 1,000 under, so you are good. And then all of a sudden now all of this information regarding value engineering and regarding still the app will ask you for additional information so it can actually give you a better budget forecast. So you can see here the app is very easy to use. So this is very, very, very important when it comes to the workflow for the artwork. Why is that? Because when you track the budget from early stage as a schematic design, it will eliminate a lot of risk regarding the budget at later stage. So if the artist or the designer realize from the beginning that this artwork is over budget, so they can actually modify the design at a schematic design, or even like when the drawing is still a sketch. So by this way, the design is still will stay the same with just some modification. What's the risk if the designer or the artist or the art department leave the budget and don't worry about the budget until the drawing at a 90% completion? Then the set is complete. So the only option is to value engineer the project. So when you value engineer the project at 90% completion, the design intent will not going to be the same, because you take a complete set, then you want to value engineer it by like 50% or 30% or 40%. Then this is the risk. Then the artwork will not going to be as nice as it's supposed to be. But from the earliest stage, if you look at the budget and say, well, you know what, this is actually, it's over budget. So let me change the material. So let me reduce the size. So let me do something different so I can reduce the budget. Or let me discuss how I can increase the budget. So when you do that at the earlier stage, this is a big deal, guys. Really, really big deal. So the fourth one is very, very important, and this is regarding the schedule. In the schedule, you're going to see like a schedule setup. Based on my experience, these 6 elements, they are the core of the schedule for any artwork. Number 1 is the current phase. Are you at 50% or 60%? And that's actually, it will, because if you are a 50% CD, different than if you are a 50% schematic design. Target installation date is very important. So by this way, the artwork will know exactly when it's going to be installed and work all the other scheduled dates according to that date and see if it's going to work from the beginning. And here we are talking about the schematic design. City planet check duration, here I put like 12 weeks, and this also very important because if you submit your drawing to the city of Los Angeles, sometimes takes longer time. If you submit it in another city in Texas, it might only take like 3 weeks. And also based on the project, the complexity of the project. So it's very helpful if you call the city and ask them approximately how long is the city planet check will take, the duration will take. And then you enter this information here. Fabrication duration, this is also very important. And this also based on how complex the artwork. The artwork is like 24 weeks or 36 weeks. And the delivery duration also very important because most of the artwork, they've been fabricated not in the same city that the artwork will be installed. So sometimes it will require like 10 days for duration to arrive, and based on if there is like a long weekend and if there's a long haul, what type of delivery, what type of truck, does it require a special permit? And also another thing, the delivery, could be like outside of the state or it could be outside of the country. This artwork is coming from Canada, it's coming from China, it's coming from any other countries. So this is very, very important so you can plan the schedule correctly. And then the other one is the installation duration, and that's you have to contact your installer and figure out exactly how long it's going to take. The first thing here, what you're going to see the forward milestone schedule from the current phase. So here we're talking about the schematic design and the app calculated that right now, based on the drawing submitted. So today, and that's like the day I'm recording this video, it's June 16. So the app found out that the project or the drawing set submitted 3 weeks remaining of the 6 weeks. And also, if you remember the rack folder, I told the rack folder that how long the schematic design usually takes, but you can also, the app also will give you the chance to correct this period. So the information on the top here, this information is locked, or the dates are locked into the actual milestone schedule. So by this way, you cannot modify it here. If you want to modify it, you go back to the assumption and modify it. And then once you go down, and now here you go. Now you're going to see here that there is something doesn't look right on the schedule based on the date that the drawing provided to us. You can see here right away, look at this here, the sequence is not correct because the fabrication starting before the construction document and before the plan check approval. So this is something not correct. What's so nice about this app? That you can actually update the information and it automatically will update the visual schedule for you. So by this way, visually, you can see your schedule. You don't have to read a lot of information. And once you are visually approve the schedule, then you can go back up and you can print it and you can actually adjust it, or you can share it and you can go back and do something with it. The app will give you the target installation and some risk. And here, the app is telling you that your schedule doesn't work. You are 177 days late versus the target date. So the schedule at risk. And the app will give you information and at risk and will explain to you what is the risk and what is the recommended schedule action, what you need to do. Let's just push the fabrication. So the fabrication will be past the city approval. So now here we're going to go into the fabrication. So the city approval estimated to be February 10th. Completed. So let's go the fabrication. Let's go February 10th, 2027. So let's go here and let's go February 16 and just save it. Once you save it here, you're going to notice something. You change the fabrication. Visually, it looks right with the fabrications. But now you have the delivery and the installation, they need to be corrected. And here the app will highlight the area that has risk and needs attention. So you can actually change that. So let's go up, and this here you can go up to schedule setup, and let's change the target installation date to August. Let's August 24. So now the schedule is working very good, except for the last one, final acceptance and close out document. And here the app will tell you the date highlight in red need attention. And here's just tell you need attention and the reason why for this attention. So we have the installation completed in August 29. So the final acceptance must be past August 29. So you just go here and let's go August 30th and then save. And once you save it, so now you see here the schedule visually is correct and all the milestones are correct. And now you can just read the schedule information, and now the app is telling you that the artwork on track. The nice thing about this app that once you correct it, you can see it visually how the schedule is working. And also another important thing, if you have a gap between two different milestones, you're going to see the gap. And that's really important, guys, when it comes to the fabrication completion, because sometimes the artwork is getting, it's 100% completed when it comes to fabrication, but the site is not ready. So who's gonna store this artwork? Does the art department or the artist need to store this artwork before the fabrication, and where the storage is going to be? It's going to be at the artist's cost, or it's going to be at the fabricator cost, or who's going to actually pay for that? So by this way, when you look at all of this information, this is really great information. So we can track all of this schedule date. Now the other button, what I want to explain to you here, this is the report. So we already provided a lot of information. The drawings being uploaded, and we work on the schedule, we work on the budget. So now let's go into the report. So once you click the report, you can actually print it. So once you print the report, so that you're going to get like a PDF report. This report is going to give you the name of the artwork and some information, and this is AI generated report only. And then it will give you thank you and the stage of this package 30%, and the next milestone is design development, and that will give you project data. Will give you actually, this is actually very important. The report will tell you what you need to do in order for you to reach design development, and then we'll give you all the technical trigger that the report created. And then we'll talk about the budget. And if you recall, when we were in the budget, we already increased the budget to 210, and this here will tell you that the AI assisted budget forecast. And the report here is going to be talking about the schedule, and this is the latest schedule as we modify it during this video. And it's going to give you all the dates and also recommended next step. The contact and feedback is very important. So what you need to do, if you have any concern or if you have any suggestions, so you just once you click here, so that this page will pull all the information that actually you provided to the app at the beginning. And then, but here there's a few other items regarding what type of feedback. You have to select that. You can say missing information, and the related app, you can say just an example like the project setup, and then you write your message, and then you can actually, the app will let you choose file to upload, and then you submit your feedback, and then your feedback will reach us. I want to talk about two things very, very important. Number one is the security of this app. When you submit your drawing, the back end of the app has a filter. This filter will go through all the drawing and information for security purpose. Number two, all the information will get processed in a sandbox. What is a sandbox? Sandbox is a location where the AI codes will work and finalize all of this work inside the sandbox. It's almost like, let's think about it. It is a secure room that the code will work in this secure room, so it doesn't actually leak any information behind that. This is one thing very important. I just want to say I put a lot of time into the security for this app. Number two, regarding the search. The search is very good type of search. I use hybrid type of search. Hybrid is not only one type of search, I use multiple type of search. So by this way, the app, when the app is pulling the information from the rack folder, the app will pull the exact information that required. What does it mean for you? It means that the app will have a lot less hallucination. And the accuracy of the app is way up than if I only use only one search type only. So this is another thing also. I put a lot of information into the app from the background of the app. The other information actually, which is very, very good, that the app itself will do reflection. So the app will correct itself, but also you have the option to select AI only generated report, or you can actually add human input, and you can identify like how many hours you want the app to apply the human input into that. The last thing also I just want to say, which is really, really, I'm very excited about that. That's in regard to the feedback screen, the one you saw it. How is the feedback screen will work? The feedback screen, once you put your comments, so the app will take this comment and will treat it as an RFI. You guys know, like anybody working in architecture and construction, you know what's RFI. So the app will take your comment and treat it as an RFI. If your comment related to missing information on the app, so the app will take your comment and will go into the rack folder, my rack folder, and try to pull all the information regarding to your comments. So maybe you missed something, or the app maybe need to be adjusted somehow to meet your requirement or your questions, if your question is applicable. So then the app will pull all of this information and then will send me a request, or will send an authorized person a request that there is a gap in the app, and this gap need to be corrected, and this gap related to, just an example, that the app is still looking at the 2020 building code, and we are in 2025 building codes. So verify this information and revise. So then it will come to me, then I will look, and the app will let me know which file actually I need to go and update. So once I go and I look at this file, I can revise it, or I can update it somehow. Another thing also, that the user might send me a comment to add on to the app. So the app will take the comments and will go into the project data from the background. Again, this is a RAG folder. I'll look through all my drawing, and the app will come back and say, this user recommending that we should add this additional service into the app. And this is a good idea. So the recommendation is to add another file to include so and so, and to revise the app background So when the app reviews the drawing, the future drawings will include this particular file. So the app is working for me on the background, will do the reflection, will do any comment as an RFI, and will give it to me and will give me the way actually I supposed to respond to this comment, either by revision or by addition. And that's what I'm going to be doing. This is the future of the app. The app actually, it will be looking at RFIs and submittal and planet check and all of that. But as I said at the beginning of this video, this is the beginning of a widely app that will cover a lot of this information. So now let's go through this app and so we can realize how intelligent this app is. Let's talk first about the front end and the workflow overview. So first thing, you just create the project, you upload the drawing, you authorize the review, and then the app will do an AI-assisted analysis as we explained. And then the report will be issued with action items. The app also very intelligent when it comes to security and a control layer, because once you upload the drawing, it will go through a security filter, sandbox, as I explained, reflection check, source check, where is this information coming from? And sometimes the app will reject some information if the information has any security issues. And then we'll go into control prompt and then AI assisted and then human oversight. So this app is a safer review, better quality and control response. So this app is an intelligent review layers app. The app will go through 3 different process: sheet level review, the layout, the compliance, consistency, and as I explained, every single things on the layout, the app will go through it. And then the app number 2 will go through item level review, the missing item specification, details, code, clash, risk identification, and then the app will go through structure output, technical trigger, budget, schedule, open item, recommendation, and report. So this app is a structure review app and not a generic chatbot review. Before I end the video, I just want to thank you so much for whoever stayed with me until the end. If you are interested on this app and what I'm doing, please make sure to send me an email and I will get back to you. And also, I just want to say, this is not an AI app. This is an AI-assisted workflow app based on my experience. And this app also will not going to replace the professional engineer, professional architect. This app will support the workflow. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.